Glad you feel the same way.
Okay. One more thing I'm gonna suggest. We save up for 23 points, and as soon as we have them, we put another point into water, because I am convinced they will find the virus very soon. And if it doesn't spread to the islands such as Greenland, such as the Caribbeans, such as Madagascar, such as Indonesia, or New Guinea, or Philippines, or Japan, we're gonna have a problem. So I want to save up and spend on one more water transition. Because some of these only have water points. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I always had a problem with those countries. I should have known. AEB.
Yeah, they're difficult.
Did I hear cysts mutated? That'll make it more likely to be noticed.
Cysts did mutate. If you still wanna be on a down low, I suggest we devolve. Do you wanna do that?
Yeah, it might be a bit too soon. We should build up a bit more stealth.
Okay, you're actually doing so well at this. This is so smart. It's like you've done this before and infected the world with a virus that just took everyone over.
I mean, this is just my first time. I've definitely not done this before. Absolutely no need to worry at all.
Good news is we got New Guinea, so that's one of the countries that are an island that only have... Oh, and the Philippines that only have water traffic. I think the only island with water traffic left is Greenland. That will be the most difficult part.
Greenland is always so annoying. Should we get some cold resistance ready for if we manage to spread there?
Honestly, that is very smart. I very much like the idea. We should probably go quite early in on cold resistance, like so.
If we don't, then how else are we gonna get Iceland? And then how could I visit you?
I don't live in Iceland, but yes.
Oh, where do you live instead?
Oh, I live in the Netherlands, which unfortunately isn't in this game. Well, it is, but for some reason I'm part of France, so...
So you're close to Iceland anyways?
Close enough, sure. But we have another problem, which is it mutated again. It just wants to mutate so badly, and it mutated coughing again. We have coughing and sneezing. Do you still want to devolve these, or are you at a point where you want to keep the symptoms?
Sneezing is really useful for spreading, but maybe it's too early for both sneezing and coughing.
I agree. I think we should probably just downsize on sneezing. Even though it's really good for high density areas, I think it's just a little too early, slightly too early, because we're spreading real well while being completely undiscovered. So I would say we keep coughing, but devolve sneezing.
Yeah, I agree. We don't need both. This will maximize our DNA for later.
Perfect. I'm actually
so
surprised by how far
it's almost
we spread.
like a natural talent.
It is. I'm just surprised. We infected such a large percentile. We infected 80% without even being noticed. We have not been noticed yet. We are actually really low key. This is fantastic.
80% is insane. Should we try to push for 90% before we start introducing some symptoms?
I think so. I think we should put one more point into water transmission because Greenland is still being difficult. So how about water transmission? And we will just see from there.
Get some water transmission, and then maybe we'll get lucky and sneak into Greenland. Then we can focus on spreading without being sneaky.
Alright, let's hope that within a reasonable time we finally hit Greenland. Which might be difficult, because I don't know which places like to travel to Greenland. Oh, we have been discovered. Morocco discovered the virus. However, right now, the doctors can't find the evidence of anyone being ill. So far so good.
Have we infected Spain yet?
We absolutely have infected Spain. Yes. We have infected 13 million. I was trying to drag the map, but I can't freaking drag it.
Wait, do
We
whatever
have
toxins you think
Spain.
you need to do to focus Spain entirely.
To focus, do you have a problem with Spain specifically?
I don't have a problem with Spain. It's more of a problem if Spain isn't infected.
Okay, it is infected, but we can increase the spread if you wish.
Not if it'll slow down our main goal. Spain will happen naturally.
I don't think so. We have one more thing we can use to spread, which will help spreading within Spain and Greenland. So it's a win-win.
Oh, what will help with both Spain and Greenland?
So, because we focused so much on air traffic spread and water traffic spreading, we can now do the combined action of spreading through humid and arid climates through plane and ship. So, it will be beneficial to both of them.
That would help with most places, especially with, say, islands, if you get what I mean.
Oh yes, especially with islands such as Greenland, who was refusing to be freaking infected. Okay, the doctors have found a new disease. It's been named poop stew, just like we planned. But they still think it's harmless, so they don't seem to care much about planning a cure. So that's perfect still. And just as I said that, Brazil works on a mother hacking cure.
Ugh, are you serious? Do they have nothing better to do?
Evil! We did it! We have infected Greenland!
Oh crap, we should start getting some symptoms so they take it seriously.
Alright, we have only one country left that isn't infected. It's Sweden. However, it will 100% naturally get infected because all the surrounding countries are infected. And Sweden is a cold country, and we've already been quite all in on cold and rural areas, so we are good.
Have we been noticed by any doctors yet?
We have noticed, and they started a cure, but it is currently a slow process. And because we have infected every country, even Sweden, just now, we can probably slowly increase the symptoms. Don't make it too deadly yet, because in the countries that have it, it is still not widespread. But we can start increasing the symptoms a bit, if you want. Or if you want to be still low-key, we can just increase the drug resistance. It's up to you. You choose drug resistance and be more low-key, or try and be more severe in upgrading symptoms instead.
I'd like to be kind of in the middle. Have some symptoms so doctors take it seriously. But also drug resistance so we don't have to worry too much.
That's a good one. Alright, let's do drug resistance first and then see what points are left over after doing that. Okay, we have
Sounds like a plan.
51 points. What do you think Poop Stew should specialize in? So we have the coughing tree, which seems to focus more on like lungs, breathing, and oxygen. We have the nausea one, which seems to be more about bowels and such. We have insomnia, which focuses more on just sanity and whatnot. We have cysts that seem to focus more on external issues and symptoms. We have rashes, which I suppose are a very similar thing as cysts. I'm not sure what exactly is going to really have them be different in one another. And we have anemia, which focuses more on just blood and similar things. More organ related.
Oh, how about doing anemia?
Okay, anemia. We can also... Do you want me to already go down the tree of anemia a little bit, or keep it low-key and just leave it at anemia? The next one would be hemophilia.
Let's go down a little. Hemophilia sounds
Okay.
good.
Hemophilia. So the next steps we can take would be introducing the first lethality level, which if you want to do that, that's cool, but I think we either pool our DNA points or we focus on a different tree instead that doesn't introduce any lethality to the virus just yet.
Do you want to play it safe for now then?
I will prefer to. There's still some rural rich countries that are not properly infected yet.
We must ensure the complete infection and devastation of all territories by focusing first on those rural rich areas.
So what do you say we go down the insomnia tree a little bit? Because I know later on there is also... It slows down research, which they just started. So this is a good time to slow down research because there's still so much research to be done.
I think if we can slow research as much as possible, it'll allow us more room later to evolve whatever symptoms we need.
Okay, perfect. I agree. Good. We still have 30 points, but I think we should pool some and just see how it spreads, because a lot of the stuff we can now do is either focus on drug resistance more or lethality, but I think it's too early to introduce that since it's difficult to spread in rural countries if lethality is too high too early.
Yeah, I agree. Plus, their research will inevitably start getting faster, so it's smart to save up points for now.
Exactly. Let's just pull the points, see how we do. Poop Stew is now on a watch list. They're trying to cure it quite quickly now. They're focusing rather well on it. Russia just sent the first Q efforts. That sucks. Okay.
Maybe we should try to slow them down then.
I was just about to say the same. We can either slow down research or give them more research.
What do you mean by giving them more research?
So more research basically means that they have more to research to reach 100%. Slowing it down means that they will research slower. So usually when the research is still not very developed and it's like below 50, I think slowing down research is always a good one to develop. And then later on, as it gets closer to 100, giving them more research to get a little bit of a buffer is better.
Yeah, but even if we give them more research, they need to be slowed down as well, or we'll never make it to 100%.
That's why I think we should do genetic hardening, which just slows down the research.
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay, perfect. Oh, it mutated and got nausea. Let me just see how exactly that affects us. Actually, I think we can keep that. It just increases the chance of infecting when kissing, which is good for some areas.
That's a good one to keep. We need all the different tools to help us spread.
Okay, perfect. So now the only problematic part is it's spreading rather slow in Canada, but I think it will spread inevitably much quickly.
I'm not worried. We have a lot of DNA banked for later if it becomes an issue. Genome sequencing isn't the end of the world.
I think it will be alright. They are only 40% done, so... Oh, but they're researching so extremely quickly. That is actually concerning because we only have 10 DNA points to work with this.
What can we do with 10 DNA points?
I'm gonna be honest, not much. Not much.
Maybe we should get stealing symptoms.
Yeah, I think what we can do as soon as we have enough points is start on killing people. Because we need to kill researchers and slow down things.
Yeah, we always gotta target researchers first.
Okay, we can introduce our first lethal things. We have a bunch of choices. We can give them pulmonary fibrosis. We can give them inflammation or seizures. Seizures is a good one too. We can also weight pool a little bit more and give them hemorrhaging, but we still need like 4 more points for that.
Well, if we could just find 4 more points from somewhere, then internal hemorrhaging would be my top pick.
I could. Okay, I have a proposal. It has spread everywhere, pretty much. We could devolve a lot of the transmission stuff and go with hemorrhaging right away. It's pretty much more or less spread. We could devolve, but it's up to you. We can also just pull more points, but we could devolve, gain some points, do hemorrhaging right away, or do seizures, or just wait and see.
I think seizing the moment with seizures would benefit us greatly.
Okay. Let's do that.
You know, I feel like we would both be really good at evil villain laughs. We should do it together.
Together? Alright, on 3. 1, 2, 3. It's beautiful.
Yours was surprisingly good. You sound like you have a lot of practice doing it.
I do! I've been wiping out the earth a few times before we started this, so yeah. Also, we have our first death, which is nice.
Wait, where did our first death come from?
It was in...
I mean... Wait, come back. Why did you leave?
I'm still here, don't worry. I was just taking a quick break.
You scared me there for a second. You're not allowed to take breaks.
Okay, I have a proposal. The research is going really quickly. It's 81%. My proposal would be to devolve entirely every single transmission method, because almost everyone is infected, and try and hope for enough points to buy anything that adds lethality to hopefully slow down research by killing doctors.
Yeah, I like that plan. Maybe throwing in some symptoms like coughing could help it spread a bit more.
I'm not sure we have enough points to focus on more spread, but we will see how many points we have after devolving this entire tree. Okay.
What are you hoping to spend points on?
Too good. So, hemorrhaging is pretty lethal. I was hoping we could introduce that and hope it hits the right people.
You think the wrong people are currently being hit?
Not really. We could also... Okay, I don't know how effective it is, but insanity makes things harder to cure. However, there isn't much to cure anymore. I'm not sure if, the help of slowing down the cure is worth the points, or if you just make it deadlier instead. Insanity is very much not deadly. So do you want to do insanity to slow down whatever little they still have to research, or hemorrhage them and try and kill them before they can finish research?
I like insanity. Get a little crazy with it.
Okay. Let's hope it slows down things enough.
Even just the entertainment value of insanity is worth it, in my opinion.
I agree. Unfortunately, they already researched everything back that we just spent our points on, and now we have no points to add any lethality back. I think we messed up. I think we lost a 50-50.
I'd take a 50-50. You never know what we could do with a little bit of luck.
Well, our luck is about to run out because they just finished a cure and they are all being cured. We infected almost the entire world, but killed almost no one.
God damn it.
Well, we tried our best.
Do you want to try again? We can do better than that.
We can do better. Honestly, okay, we had a really good run. I think we were just a little too scared to introduce our first lethal symptoms as they started research. So I think we'll do pretty much the exact same thing, just starting the lethality slightly earlier.
Yeah, I agree. We totally can win if we just weren't a bunch of cowards.
I think so too. We were... The first time we made it too deadly, so now we were a little too afraid to kill humanity. So this time we'll just do the perfect in-between. Making it just deadly enough at just the right time, making them suffer throughout their lives until no one's left.
That's the plan. What do you want to name this fresh new disease?
I don't know. Something tells me we could name it the Beetle Femboy Virus. Just a weird thought I had pop up in my mind.
Good name. I've heard it's been spreading really rapidly recently.
It has